Hello and welcome back to the Coaching Masters channel. In this video, we're going to talk through how to push through the fear of becoming an online coach. Now, if you're new here, my name is Bonnie. I'm an experienced coach and the community leader here at the Coaching Masters. This channel is all about helping you achieve that complete freedom-based lifestyle by becoming an online coach. So before we talk about how to push through the fear, we need to talk about what fear actually is. So where does it come from and why does it happen? Now, there are three different parts of the brain that work with signaling that something is dangerous or that there's fear and the fear that we experience. So basically what happens is the brainstem, which is labeled the reptilian part of the brain sometimes because it's the oldest part of the brain. We've had it since caveman times. And basically this part of the brain is constantly categorizing situations into risk versus safety. So this part of the brain does not like change. It sees it as uncertain and it's not predictable. And because it's not predictable, it's unsafe. So this part of the brain just loves when we have done things before, right? So it looks at something, it sees a situation and it goes, oh, I have been in this situation before, so this situation is safe. Great. But it's going to look at something new, like say building a coaching business and doing something that you've never done before, and coaching as something that is brand new to you. It is going to start to see these things as a perceived danger because it is new and you have never tried it before. So it's labeling this as unsafe. Now, when this happens, our limbic system, which is in charge of emotions, drives us either towards or away from the perceived risk. So if something is deemed safe, then we will move towards it. Our emotions will say, oh yeah, okay, this is good, you can continue on. Now, if it is signaling risk and that something is dangerous, then the limbic system is going to load up fear, anxiety, overwhelm, skepticism. It's going to tell you to get out of there. And then the cortex comes in and it logically justifies everything. So now that we have fear, now that we have anxiety and all these things, we're gonna go, well, I can't do this. I can't actually build a business. What am I doing? Why should I even try? This is not a good idea. I don't even have time to be doing this. Okay, yeah, I need to get out now. I need to stay with what I know, stay with what is safe, and just continue on with what I'm doing. Now, does any of this sound familiar? If this has happened to you, this is good because now we can start to justify it, right? We can look at this, we can understand what is actually happening, and we can choose a different path for ourselves. So now that we know that this is happening, we can go, okay, so is building a business actually a risk? Is it actually something that is going to make me feel unsafe? Or is it going to be dangerous, like I'm being attacked by a bear? Well, no, that is great for the days when we needed to react and have these fears of bears and everything very quickly. But now all it's doing is holding us back. There are three human needs that are very crucial that we always want to make sure stay intact. And if these don't stay intact, then this is again where fear can start to load up in the system. So the first one is a fear of safety. So a risk of safety, a feeling that we are not going to be safe. This is a lot of the time what happens in the situation, right? So we need to look at this logically and we need to go, if I start my own coaching business, am I being unsafe? Is this something that is going to hurt me? Is this something that is going to cause me harm? Physically, no, but you may be thinking, well, is coaching really the safe choice financially? Now we need to look at reasons why the opposite is true. So how could coaching and starting your own coaching business be the safe choice? Well, if we look at a 9-to-5, for example, we have a bunch of things happening here that could make the job unsafe. We could get fired. We could have a recession where they have to let people go. There could be these certain situations here, and business always looks after business. Business is the organization's number one priority, okay? It is not the people. If the business is going to be losing money, if the business is not making money, what is the first thing that is going to happen? Jobs cuts, bonuses get taken away, and people get let go. Okay, so you are not that safe because you can never predict what is going to happen within an organization. What could be the safer option, I would advise, is providing for yourself. If you go out there and you know, I need to make X amount of money in order to provide for myself or provide for my family, then that equals 2 clients a month. Okay, great. So all I need to do is go out there and make 2 clients a month. It's on me. I can depend on myself to go make that happen. What am I going to do? I'm going to go out there. I'm going to get 2 clients. I'm going to get it in my bank account and I'm going to be able to provide, and I'm going to have that sense of safety. So which one is actually the safe option? Depending on somebody else, depending on a business that doesn't have my best interest at heart, or depending on myself, who I know is going to be there for me every single day because I do have my best interest at heart. I do want what's best for me and for my loved ones. So who's the more reliable one here? In the grand scheme of things, I actually think that starting your own business can be a lot more safe than not. And this, again, we're all just telling to our nervous system that's going on. And so that then we can go, okay, so actually I am safe. So I can continue on this journey and I can overcome this fear to start to become a coach. Now, the other thing we need to tackle is a sense of love and belonging. Now, these two can be kind of tackled together because basically what's happened here is maybe we are afraid that we're going to be judged, that people aren't going to love us if we decide to follow through with this, and that we aren't going to belong with the people that care about us, or we're going to lose a group of people who we have become accustomed to having in our life. Now, the people who love you should love you. It doesn't matter if you're a coach, it doesn't matter if you're an accountant, it doesn't matter if you're a janitor, it doesn't matter what type of job you're doing. The friends, the family, the people that care about you should always love you, no matter what type of job you're doing. So if you decide that you want to be a coach, they are going to love you regardless. And if they don't, you do not want those people in your life. This is for you, okay? Doing what you want in life is so important because you're the one that has to live with it. You shouldn't be living to make anyone else happy, for anyone else to love you, because they are going to love you regardless. And you need to make yourself that priority. You need to go after what you want because this is not their life. And you need to be happy, you need to be fulfilled, or else you're going to be looking back on your deathbed and going, wow, I wish I could have been brave enough to live the life that I wanted to live for myself, because this is my life and nobody else's. Now, looking at this, we've also got the belonging side of it. So we can have a fear that we're not going to belong. And again, I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone, but this has happened to me, where as soon as I'm gonna up level, as soon as the universe is opening up for my next step, unfortunately, I have lost people along the way, or life has gotten pretty shitty right before that big change. And do you know why this is? It's because the universe knows that you're ready and it's giving you exactly what you've asked for. So maybe you are ready to up level financially. Maybe you are ready to grow your career. Maybe you're ready to build a life of fulfillment. Maybe you are ready to go after what you want, okay? Now, what the universe does is maybe you get fired from that job because there's something better for you. Maybe you lose your friends because your group of friends is into partying, or your group of friends just doesn't think that anyone can be successful building a business and they think the 9 to 5 is the right way to go and they're judging you for it. Now, unfortunately, there may be people you lose along the way, but the people who matter will always love you and will always stay. And sometimes we need to change our friends group. We need to change who we are surrounded by, because the top 5 people that we surround ourselves with are who we emanate, right? Or who we mirror. They are a reflection of ourselves. So if we're hanging around with people that are drinking and partying, what are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to be drinking and partying. If we're hanging around with people that are building their business and making lots of money and reading and learning and growing, then that's most likely what we're going to be doing too. Now, we are very fortunate that in the Coaching Masters community, we have a ton of people who unfortunately have lost people, but they have found this incredible, supportive, positive community where they are never alone. So you will always find a group to belong to. Your vibe attracts your tribe. And as we grow through life, we build different connections, we grow with new people, but that is just a part of life, right? We've got friends for 3 different reasons. We've got them for a reason to teach us a lesson, a season, and we have them for a lifetime. And not everyone is going to fall into that category, unfortunately. Sometimes we've had friends that have just been our seasons, and we are going to make new friends for a new season of our life. So you will always have a sense of community to belong to. So don't stress about that. So now we've tackled that you will still be safe if you build an online business. You will still have love if you build an online business, and you will still belong if you build an online business. So now that we know this, we can go through and we can push through the fears. So what do we actually need to do in order to do this? Now that we know that the fear is not real, it's not a real risk, I should say, because the fear does feel real, doesn't it? Just because we know that something's not attacking us doesn't mean that it's any less scary or frightening or overwhelming or anything else. So what can we do when that fear comes in and we feel it and we want to turn the other way and run instead of pushing through? Now, step 1 is we need to have a strong vision. Okay, so we need to visualize ourselves. We need to visualize that future. We need to see, what do you want and why do you want it? What do you see? Do you see yourself living a life of freedom? Do you see yourself spending more time with your family? Do you see yourself out of your 9 to 5? Do you see yourself able to make new time freedoms and financial freedoms and all of these new things? What is it that you want? Do you see yourself helping people? Okay, is that important to you? Why do you want to do this for your family? Why do you want to spend more time with them? Why do you want to have financial freedom? Why do you want to be able to help people? Why do you want to be able to travel? Okay, why are those things important to you? And go deep and deep and deep until you really hit the core of why you are doing this, so that when you feel that fear, you're going to have 2 choices. Okay, you've got path 1, and I want you to really visualize this. Okay, so path 1 is the path where you have everything that you have ever wanted. You have what you want, you have that future, you have achieved all of it. You have that life of freedom. You are achieving your dreams, okay? You have pushed through. Feel it. What do you feel? What does it feel like to be living this future? What does it feel like to be living this life? What do you see? What can you hear? What can you taste? What does this life really look like and feel like to you? Okay? And now you can sit in that for a second. And when you come out of that future, I want you to take a look at future number 2. And future number 2 is you have decided not to push through. You've decided not to build your own business. You've decided not to learn about coaching. You've decided to just stay doing exactly what you're doing and not make any changes. Now, what does that life look like? Okay, what does that life feel like? What's around you now? What does it feel like to be exactly where you are right now, still doing the same thing? Now, which future do you want? The choice is yours, okay? You visualized it, you see it. Now, if you're ready to come with me and choose path A, choose the life of your dreams, go after what you want, now it's time to come into the next step, which is it's time to believe in yourself, okay? Now that you see it, now that you know that it is achievable, you need to believe it, okay? You need to believe that you can go after everything that you've ever wanted. And do you know why I know this? Because if you believe it, then you can achieve it. And why should you believe in yourself? Because if you believe in yourself, you're gonna go after what you want. And do you know how I know that you can do it? Is because I've done it. Is because Lewis has done it. Is because Liam has done it. Is because Tony Robbins has done it, okay? They believed in themselves. I believed in myself and I went after what I wanted. I knew that if I believed I could do it and if I went after what I want, then I would not fail. There would be no option for fail. There would be mistakes made along the way, absolutely. But what would I do? I would see those mistakes and I would learn and I would grow, okay? There is no difference between me and you, okay? We are the same. If I can do it, you can do it. So you need to believe in yourself that you can do it, that you can achieve everything that you have set out to achieve, okay? And so it all starts with these affirmations. I can do it. I can be successful. I can build the life of my dreams. I can help people. I can build a business. I can get clients. I can have this life, okay? And once you have those beliefs strong in your head, then the next step that we need to do is we need to take action, because beliefs are only going to get us so far. We need to be doing the work. We need to be taking the small, consistent steps that are going to lead us to success. And that's all it is. So wherever you are on your journey, what is the next step that you can take? If you don't know anything about coaching, maybe it's looking into a coaching course. Maybe it's learning how to be a coach. If you already know how to be a coach, then maybe it's looking at building your business. Maybe it's looking at getting your first client. So how can you go out there and get your first client? Or is it going to be you just sitting at home praying for someone to come? Or are you going to be out there? Are you going to be interacting? Are you going to be networking? Are you going to be telling people what you're doing? And you're going to go out there and get yourself a client. Okay, the choice is yours, but I know that the action takers are the ones that get results. So the ones that make it happen. And now this is where this incredible feedback loop starts to come in, because now we've got the beliefs that trigger actions and then the actions that reinforce the beliefs. So for example, if I believe that I can do it, if I could believe that I can start a coaching business or that I can become a coach, I'm going to take an action that supports that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to enroll in a coaching course. I'm going to get my accreditation. I'm going to get training. And when I've done that, that's going to build my confidence. And when I build my confidence, it's going to reinforce, oh my gosh, I can actually do this. I can be a coach. I can build a business. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take another step. Okay, well, now that I've gone enrolled, now I'm going to pass my accreditation. When I pass, I can do it, build confidence. What am I going to do now? I'm going to go out there. I'm going to get a client. I'm going to build my business. So now we've got this incredible positive feedback loop that is just going to accelerate you on your journey, because now we believe that we can do it and we've taken the action that is in alignment with those beliefs and we're getting those results. Now, the final step that we need to think about when we are feeling that fear of going all in and going to build to become a coach, it is that we need to think about helping others. Okay, so just think about helping someone. If you are feeling that fear, I want you to think about the one person that you could help. If you decide to become a coach, who is the one person that you can help? If you put a post out there and you give this really great value piece, who is the one person that post can help? And once you've helped that person, who's the next person that you could help? We just need to focus on that one person. And this all starts by, if we put ourselves out there, if we start to overcome this fear and go after what we want, we can help that person. Okay, now I'm going to ask you the opposite. What happens if you don't put yourself out there? What if you decide not to be a coach? What if that person that you could have helped was only going to get help from you? And now that you haven't posted, now that you haven't become a coach, they are not going to get help. They can't find help from anywhere else because their circle just isn't right. And you were that one link that could have provided something to them. And now they don't have it. Now that person that you could have helped is not going to receive help at all. And their life will never change. Their life will stay the same. So now it's not just about your life. It's about all of these other people who you could help because you were brave, because you went after what you wanted and you decided to help that one person. And let's not forget about pay it forward, because if you go through with this and you help that one person, maybe that one person is so inspired and they change their life and they become a coach, or they start doing things that is just helping their circle. So it's this huge pay it forward effect where now you've helped someone and they help someone and they're helping people, and everyone slowly but surely starts to turn this world into a better place. It all starts with us. And then when we have helped us, when we have gone out there and got our training and we can help somebody else, then they can help somebody else past them, and we can make this beautiful world of ours better. And I think that that is a huge priority of importance to a lot of us, right? A lot of us who want to become coaches, it's not just for the money. It's not just for a life of freedom. It's because we actually believe that we want to help people. We want to make this world a better place. And that is all possible, but it's only possible if you are the brave one. If you feel that fear, if you feel it, but you take that action and you do it anyways, okay? Feel the fear, but do it anyways. It all starts with you. So now that we can see that the fear works in our brain through this system, and actually that brainstem is just trying to stop us from doing anything new because it's uncertain, it's scary, we can say, actually, okay, I am safe, I am loved, I do belong, I can push through on this. When we do that, then you can tackle all of these other things. You can create your vision. You can make that vision so powerful that you are not going to let anything else step in your way. And when you feel that fear, you can go, is it path A or path B? I want to do path A because that is me pushing through. I believe that I can do it. I take action. I'm seeing the results. I'm continuing the circle, and I'm helping the people. And I'm always thinking, who is the one person I could help? And if I don't do this, who is the one person that doesn't get the help? The choice is always yours. Life is full of choices, but I hope you choose to be brave, to feel the fear and do it anyways. So this is how you push through that fear, guys. I hope this has been a useful video to you. Let me know in the comments if you're ready to push through the fear and become an online coach. And if you do need any assistance, then do get in touch, guys, because we have all the training and community to back you up, to help you on your journey so that you are never alone through this process, because you aren't. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like this video, and I will see you in the next video very soon.